welcome to our talk show on intelligent process excellence. So, I am Pranjal Singh, Principal Industry Analyst, and along with me, we have Apoorva, who is Associate Director in BPM and Process Automation domain. So, before talking about IP in deeper, first I'll explain what is intelligent process excellence. So, like the term which is conceptualized by me and Apoorv, obviously. So, it is a approach where it covers all the aspects of business operations, and it leverages technologies like process mining, task mining, object-centric process mining, and customer journey mining. And it leverages technologies like artificial intelligence, digital twins, simulation, and others. So, why we conceptualize this term? Because in process mining industry, even vendors are confused like where to go next, like what is the next thing they can do. They have all the capabilities, like they have process mining, obviously they have task mining, they have customer journey mining. Even some vendors are also providing DTO solutions as well.
Right.
So in combination of all these solutions, we have quoted a term called intelligent process excellence. So Apu, what are your thoughts on this?
I think that's a great introduction, and it's not that at the start I would say that it's not that it's just a hype creation. It's not. It's some other acronym or some other kind of a slang that is being used around. But I think what has gone into intelligent process excellence is years of research, and I'll just take a step back and make the viewers understand how we came to this point and what was the reason behind the same. So, as Pranjal and I routinely discuss within our BPM and process automation domain, uh, post the 80s and the 90s, a clear trend of a lot of automation, wanting to go towards automation. That was a pretty obvious trend that we all can see, and it continues even right now, right? So, as automation grew, obviously the number of departments has increased. Functioning to improve the functioning of the department. Tremendous advancements in automation they took place, and what happened was within the departments, the processes, the automation and the management of those processes, it really improved and it went to a next level. But that is where a real problem started emerging, and that was that these departments within a single organization, they started operating in silos. Now no one wants to operate in silos in a big organization, but if there is a very limited communication between those departments, then that is what is impertinent to happen, right? And that is a real problem that we at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions, we were discussing about that problem. We were trying to understand from the vendors that what was their perspective, were they facing these challenges, and pretty much every vendor was talking about the point that okay, automation happened, process mining happened as well, right? So people were trying to understand those processes, but how to understand the communication between those different kinds of processes. So that is the reason we at our domain at BPM and process automation at Quadrant, we realized that in order to understand, uh, execute, and also ponder over those communications between the processes, orchestrating between those processes was very important, and hence we coined another terminology called as intelligent process orchestration. We have been talking about it on different kinds of platforms. When we talked about IPO is when we actually realized that there needs to be a method to this madness called as process mining, and uh, some kind of as we have something like compliance and adherence standards, there should be certain architectures which should be in place, which will monitor and make the vendor understand where exactly the processes are going. And I think from that angle as well, something like intelligent process excellence is really fitting the bill in that regard. So I just wanted to make the viewers aware as to whether you think of it from the process mining angle or the process automation angle or even the orchestration angle. I think the mindset that should be talked into the picture, it is IP. So IP is not just a concept, it's also a mindset. And for that, we have created some detailed architectures and frameworks. Our entire team has been working on it. So just wanted to add my 2 cents on IP about that.
Absolutely, Apoorv, you are right. And I want to highlight two things. Like one thing is here is like we are talking about intelligent. Like you talked about intelligent process orchestration and intelligent process excellence. So I think the intelligent part we have to emphasize more like
Absolutely.
the AI and ML in all these technologies. So I believe that like for example IP, we have like all the technologies and we have a base of artificial intelligence and machine learning
Right.
of all the solutions, and that plays a crucial role in like predicting outcomes and simulation, and even with the introduction of Gen AI, like the process mining solution providers are offering interactive dashboard where a non-technical user like they can directly interact with the solution. So
Right.
I think intelligent part is a more emphasis here.
Definitely. You mentioned AI ML. I think the significance of AI ML can never be downplayed, right? It only increases with every month. I think there is something disruption that is happening within AI ML and how they are getting integrated with the technologies. So I think in the context of process mining or in the context of IP as well, I think AI ML, what it is doing is it is bringing a method to the madness, as I mentioned. What is doing is a detailed granular level analysis is possible from different kinds of perspectives. Also, analysis about the data fabric that is into the picture. First of all, the significance of data fabric or a data architecture again cannot be highlighted enough in the context of IP. And if you want to granularly understand all the data that is coming into the organization, understanding which data points are have touch points to which processes within the organization, again I think AI/ML coming into the picture significantly. I'm also reminded of something like customer journey mining, right? If we are talking about customer journey mining, I think something like IP again helps a lot for the vendors or for the end users who want to have a robust customer journey mining. But also for customer journey mining to happen, I think IP plays a significant role. So I think it is a symbiotic relationship between customer journey mining and IP. Just wanted to highlight those couple of points. As I mentioned in the starting, I think data architecture, right? So since the early 80s when automation really boomed, right, till now, right, every single year because of involvement of something like generative AI, I think the number of data points that are getting generated, it's becoming a mayhem for organizations to understand how to utilize it, what to make of it. And I think it is again somewhere in that context that intelligent process excellence will really drill down the processes, segregate them, bifurcate them, and make them available to precise end users or vendors based on their requirements. So wanted to add that point as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like here also you have covered two important points. First one is data fabric, and second one is customer journey mining. So I think like data fabric is also important because there are various systems in the enterprises, and to connect all those systems we need data fabric. And I was also going through some articles, and like recently we have covered BPM trends for
Yes.
2024 as well. So API centricity is also important
Yeah.
factor in the intelligent process excellence, because like we are talking about real time data analysis. So how it can be possible because of data fabric and API centricity. And second thing you talked about is customer journey mining. So earlier all the solutions are related to processes only,
Right.
which are internal processes, but no one is thinking about what about the customers who are going through various touch points. So process mining vendors integrated customer journey mining capabilities in their solution to provide customers a better better satisfaction and other things, better customer experience, what I can say.
Absolutely. I think customer experience is another great point that you have mentioned. So, Pranjal, I think moving forward, if we are talking about, like we talked about the introduction, we talked about what IP according to us is, then we talked about the different touch points or the different things which we feel make up holistically what IP is, right?
Mhm.
So, we have had a lot of vendor interactions, we have had a lot of different kinds of validations internally within our research and externally through various primary interactions. So why don't you just provide the viewers a glimpse of that?
Yeah, sure, Apoorva. So I think that is a great point. Like while doing this research, we have talked to like various vendors. So what I remember is one key person where I talked about intelligent process excellence is Mark Greger,
Yeah.
who is an industry expert in BPM and enterprise software domain. So I presented the idea of intelligent process excellence, and he'll be more amazed by the concept we are talking about, because in the BPM and in the process mining market, there are two terms. First one is intelligent process excellence and
Process intelligence.
process intelligence. Yes. So like we have combined those two terms, and he's amazed by that. And also we have presented the IP concept to MPMX. So that was also great experience. So Apu, can you highlight more on that?
Yes, so I think talking about Mark Greger, so as majority of you guys are aware, I think he is a beast within the industry and one of the highest regarded people within the process mining fraternity. He was a C-suite executive, CXO levels executive across various process mining vendors, and currently he is operating as an independent voice of authority within process mining. So I think we always have had very fruitful interactions with him. And when the idea, as Pranjal mentioned, was first presented, he was stupefied, to say the least. He was very excited to hear how the architecture and frameworks would be taken into place. Obviously, we were still in the works. It was still in the works at that time. Second validation point, as Pranjal mentioned, was when we started presenting this idea to various vendors during the briefings. It could be Celonis, it could be SAP, it could be many others. I think those guys also started realizing and respecting the concept more, because they had never heard of this concept previously, right? And the icing on the cake obviously was MPMX, because when we interacted with them about IP, they were so happy to understand that finally there is someone in the market, or a research firm or an analyst firm, who actually validates what they were also thinking on similar lines. So I think for us, IP, although we conceptualized it some early time last year, I think now we are at a decisive phase where we feel that the market definitely is moving in that direction. And not only that, we are also excited for our upcoming process mining study for 2024 and 25, because for every vendor interaction, we feel it will be more of a discussion and more of us understanding, are they there on the path of IP. So I think we're super excited to understand where IP will be heading, whether vendors, how much would vendors actually adhere to it. And so basically exciting times for process mining and IP at Quadrant, and global, for the global market as well. So that's it, I think, from our side. Pranjal, you want to add anything?
So yeah, one more point regarding the external vendor interaction. So recently I attended an event on process mining by PEX Network, and I asked the same question to Kia Shore, who is the product marketing director for Celonis.
Right.
So he also gives a thumbs up on that particular thing, because Celonis is talking about process excellence and process intelligence differently, and we as analysts talking it as a combination. So he was also amazed by our term intelligent process excellence.
Awesome. So I think to conclude, we at BPM and process automation domain at Quadrant, we are, I think, super excited about the novel concepts and frameworks that have been developed. It could be intelligent process excellence, it could be intelligent process orchestration, and there are multiple others. So just stay tuned. We have a lot of these initiatives coming up. Thank you so much. That's it from our side.